say when you break down that line, or what's that one? These accounts do well last week. Very nice guy. So back to the spot, I'm not looking up for risk. About $1,000
right at the top of Friday's range. You can check. What I'm looking for is for a potential target is session half of those things. Session to Friday session. Now in that gap, it's five that we have 63 people now at the top down there for the company. Not leading one, we're not for the market. Serious market. Whatever else it be, we all know what revenues are rallying and stuff. I mean, some sort of news. I think you know, positive release as far as rates go concerned. Again, and likely but like a good solid number. Well, a lot of folks are looking at that. Not bad news, the market I'm trying to sign up to rally. Take a look at the NASDAQ up there.
You get 5 on today, you get 4 drop later. We'll talk a little more about that. You got right, what's up? I got Rocket Emoji, shout out to Profiteer. I am short, as you guys can see. We got a little bit of reaction going here, a little bit of a drop off. If you can Delta, I do like the way this looks. If we really continue this drive higher, the 40s could be another interesting level. But right now, I want to see it crack back down to the 20s. But yeah, not for a huge sell-off. I'm not anticipating this is going to be an insane down day. But we got to sweep right above this area here from Friday news, right? I like this. I like this for a little reversion. Maybe a test back down overnight low. Look at that, even that bar just back down to these 20. It's got some about some selling push on the upside. It's going to go off with the I don't even see but I get my face stripped off, that's cool, right? Anybody comes in here and wants to drive this bad boy higher, I'll take my $5 L, maybe a little more if I get slipped, and I say, I did everything that I was supposed to do, right? That's how I talk about my trades. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't think that anybody does with any real reasonable degree of certainty. Otherwise, you remortgage your house and put it all on that next trade, right? And that's why we structure risk. That's why we take our L's. Good morning, good morning. What's up, Scott? Wolf Fading, you guys are talking. ABS, what's up, what's up? Morning to all traders, happy money making market Monday. I like that, dude. Happy money making market Monday to all. I love that. Trade with what rings your bell, your edge, focus on you 100%. Scott made it to ATL. Very nice. Congrats on you, Scott. Yeah, Scott was in Florida for a big bell. Internet sucks in this hotel motel, that stuff. I have to switch my phone. Do what you gotta do, brother. Final partiality for people on GitHub. We'll pop in Discord. I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I mentioned it a couple times, kind of what I had going on. But we got a nice reaction here off of the 30s. If we're looking at measured movements here in ES, 5.25 points is what we got to beat to the downside. We are beating that right now. This could just be a nice pullback before the continuation up. I'm going to hang on. a little bit put in here and a rip through, right? Everybody and their mother is calling for bull market's over, get ready to sell other stocks. I try not to speculate too much like that. I don't find it very helpful on little time frames. Maybe it's contextually important to be aware of this stuff, but I could see it rally, right? I could see a huge rally. I could definitely see continuation to the downside. But the way that this has opened up so far, we definitely have some buying pressure that really is not enough at all. Right? Open, and now about 30 minutes open, coming into that 10 p.m. So we'll see if we find any resistance or any sellers before these 40s. It doesn't look like it at this point. I would be surprised, but it did stop out on the back 40s. Wow. 50s, potentially high. But even though I wouldn't be surprised if it did stop, and I'm only 3/4 the way to my stop, I don't know. I don't manage my trades by flipping trades or partial losses. That's not how I do that. So might have to take the L in the morning. We'll see. We'll see if we get a follow-up trade, get something else. See if we do crack higher and then start to sell off of the is. But buyers not letting up at all. And volatility back and forth. Didn't go back to 40s yet, but yeah, I just survived. We got a nice reaction here, right? Sold a couple points before the largest size pullback of the morning. I'm saying, right, we get fun screenshot to the upside. But some would say Portugal is going to be but hard to get, right? Can't take W technically on last week on Friday. What's up, chat? Good morning, Nate. Let's say like they look absolutely. We'll say hold the 14th or so. Yeah, I think I'll hold it to the 20th. Nice, name is long. In and out, making more high retest. I trade almost the exact opposite of here, Nate. Let's stop out for me, guys. 447.80 across the 7 pack of accounts. Let's see what we get. Get up here. Washington C. Yeah, over there. 45. Good things. Really strong CP plus 10,000 on every block. We could see a reaction up here, back down to the 20s, but that was implied. I wanted to run this one. Morning, Will. What's up? How you doing? Doing well. Doing well. Despite taking an L right off the open.
All right, Deshaun, I don't know if we're gonna get that pullback back to the 180s. Well, maybe we will. I guess overnight VWAP 23,068. About 160. I'll call it 180 points higher from that right now. Deshaun, what kind of indicators, what kind of setups, what kind of technicals do you look at? You reprice action. You got what indicators? Talk to us about your setups and your charts for when you're looking to get in. Oh, you might be on mute. Deshaun, you might be on mute. Get to know. Looking at EMAs, you're looking at VWAP, looking at volume. Got in nice call on the long to the upside, 23,183. Doom, you still along?
I'm holding it. It's still valid.
It is still valid. Here, Deshaun, we can know your setups on the charts. What are you looking at in terms of technicals?
So I'm just looking at for a push out of this zone. But oh no, you asked about indicators, and the main indicators I use is volume, the VWAP, and the SMA.
All right, what are they showing you? What are they telling? Obviously, I'm going to say up and to the right. What are you seeing right now in any of those? Anything telling you that's price of interest? Because we trade 23,252.
Right now, I'm just seeing a little hesitation in the market. I'm just waiting on a little bit more volume.
I hear your volume has kind of flattened out. Remember last Monday? Last Monday, kind of a slow build up into a crazy week. Right now, the buyers have come out strong. NASDAQ, ES, Dow as well. All right, Jack, what kind of goods you got for us here on this Monday? Something tells me you got something up your
Little
sleeve.
newsy Monday.
Yeah, it is.
Let me pop those up real quick.
All right.
All right. First, we were talking Fed Watch. This is
There it
there
is.
are 3 more meetings. There's actually one because of how the dates fall with 6 weeks apart. There's a September, October, and a December. This is for December. Right now, we are at more than half probability for 3/4 points of cuts. So that would be 3 cuts of 1/4% at the next 3 meetings. 57.7% implied probability. Some other interesting tidbits, something I've noticed but haven't been able to put words to. The volatility on Bitcoin has dropped quite a bit. Since the launch of the ETFs, the 90-day rolling average is only twice the volatility of gold now. It was 3 times at one point, if you look at it that way. So Bitcoin, despite being very near its all-time highs, has been remarkably kind of steady up there. So good news for my bros.
It is stability. I think that is a good thing. ETFs.
Yeah, well, we showed the CapEx chart last week. Bank of America is expecting $700 billion in AI CapEx from the hyperscalers in 25 and 26 with upward revisions each quarter. I mean, if there's upward revisions each quarter, I would think that maybe you should just guess higher. But either way, 700 billion is a lot of money in expenses. So something to keep an eye on. And lastly, Andre, I was out of town for a fantasy draft this weekend, and I'm reminded we'll have to do something. November 10th this year is the 50th anniversary of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. 29 brave souls lost their lives on Lake Superior, and we actually did get this bumper sticker for our host. I'm thinking of getting it for myself and whoever else wants it. Stop honking. I'm crying to the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot. So
love it.
Love it. Preview of what's coming in November.
Song's a banger.
It is.
I love Gordo.
Oh yeah.
I'm never sure if you like this song, Jack, or if you're kind of being sarcastic.
I unabashedly love Gordon Lightfoot.
Absolutely.
Another push there, 23,264 just trade upside in. That was high on the NASDAQ. Speaking of that statistician Jack was talking about, James, we're ready to bring this in because Jack was talking about a new stats counter for the jobs reports. If we got that, James, let me know. But yes, here we go. Listen to this.
Oh yeah, that was riveting.
There it is.
Statistician sometime over the next 3-4 days. We had no confidence. I mean, the numbers were ridiculous, what she announced. But that was just one negative number. All of the numbers seem to be great.
Oh, there you go, Jack.
Right.
You guys are aligned.
Wait, Jack, he said 3 to 4 days, but don't worry. That wasn't the most important thing Trump said at that gaggle. We have one more clue, one more clip. It's even better. Let's go ahead and roll that next one. 268.
Okay.
President, actress Sydney Sweeney came out this weekend that she was a registered Republican. Any thoughts on that?
That who was?
Sydney Sweeney. She's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican? Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Man. Oh, there you go, Jack.
Glad we clarified.
I mean,
big fan. Kidding aside, what's going to be a real weird situation is next month if like there's a divergence of 1 million jobs between like ADP and the BLS number, and I'm here for
Please.
it, guys.
Please, 100%, 100%.
Hey, that man said ridiculous numbers.
So he knows.
And you're going to short? They're saying they're
Yeah, I
going
know.
to put out ridiculous numbers, and you're going to short?
You're wild, man.
No, but I definitely bought the top here. If we
Okay.
start pushing through 34 cent, given the full stop, it's 3-week rejection at 250 even. Nasdaq likes even numbers.
All right, here's a little bit of a pull back here in the ES. About 8 points pull back in the ES. 63.32 last trade. Just printed highs though. 63.40. Got to offer upsides. Tell me there's 600. I guess there is 600 offered at 63.40. Nasdaq pulling back as well. 23,235. Deshaun, about 30 points off the highs here in the Nasdaq. What kind of pullback would you be looking for? Or perhaps longer? Do you want to go see this thing go test overnight VWAP? What are you seeing here?
Yeah, pretty much a retest in VWAP. But see, I'm just want to see how close we can get to like 23 170s or 180s. If we can't get that close, I'll still be watching it.
Okay, 180s, 170. Hey, Doom, real quick. Would you mind jumping off for a hot second? They want to work with you on that mic. We're getting some echoes. We're getting some. It might be webcam. Right. Yeah, we'll jump off real quick. They're going to go work with you, and we'll get you back in here. But we're going to keep an eye on these markets. What's up, Hogue? We see in here.
Looks like we just got stopped out on our gold crude trade.
I see that. Yep.
Market went
happens
right to a naked point of control and found a bounce. This happens a lot. Here's that NPOC.
MPOC. Yes. What does that stand for, Hogue?
Naked point of control. Naked point of control. Point of control is the fairest price from back here on, let's just say the 25th. Fairest price, most visited, or highest volume, and or highest volume. We carry that level to the future. When it gets touched in regular trading hours, sometimes it can be a good target. Sometimes it can be a good entry. So today was both. If you were short and you took a long there, nice job. But you see it happen quite often. We saw something recently. I think it was in gold. Let's take a look and see if we can see it.
The buyers.
No. Here's a touch. Here's another touch. So Friday we closed out one naked point of control. We just closed out another naked point of control. But the highs here, this one goes back to the 24th. That level was 34.32. And we're starting to see our first kind of real pullback up against that level. There's a lot of space above there with no real weaknesses in structure. There is a gap. I'm going to put this gap on here so we can see it. Another session gap goes from there to right about there. Right there. Where is it? There it is. So we tested to the bottom of that session gap, find a little bit of resistance there. It happens. Gaps do like to get filled, but we are considerably higher on the day. We're about 1% higher so far. I think there's still room, but we need this little pullback. We'll see.
Okay.
Yep.
I have got it. 3,246. How deep was that pullback in the NASDAQ? We pulled back to 214s. You could have got 214s. Tesla's highs 23,264. Yes, 63.34 last trade there. There is a 500 lot on the bid in the NASDAQ, way down there, 23,200. We have traded there, so we're not too far. 500 lot on the bid. 23,000.
Seeing some bids offers in the S&Ps now. 63.34 and a quarter. There's 500 on the bid. 63.40, 600 on the offer.
Huh.
They got them. They got it surrounded.
Filled and filled. Nope.
Yep.
Okay, I see. 600. Yep. to the upside there.
You're like, they know where it is. They're stopping me. And then you come
I
back.
see 75% short in the tilt in the NASDAQ. That has pared back to 50-50.
Would be somewhat unusual for these gaps in the equities not to fill fully. But what doesn't happen is important as what does. A lot of day left. We're only 45 minutes into the session. Peeled off a little bit of the delta as well, Andre. We've got 4,900 positive in the S&Ps, 1,600 positive in the NASDAQ. So we did run into some pretty aggressive sellers here. A lot of those sellers were probably longs from earlier this morning, just taking some profits. If these buyers still remain strong underneath, then we could certainly see this gap fill in the S&P and the NASDAQ. To close the gap again in the S&Ps, we've got to get all the way up to 63.58 and a quarter. We got to get all the way up to in the NASDAQ 23.305 half to close these gaps.
58s already. Deshaun, is this your second appearance on Topstep TV?
Yes, it is.
What'd you think? You came out straight to fast markets because you're on the big board. Were you nervous? Were you excited? Anyone watching at home you'd like to say hi to? Families, friends, girlfriends, boy. I mean, who you want to say hi to while we're getting on this trade right now? They saw you put on a winner. Nice job there. Who's watching, Deshaun?
Pretty much all my family right now, yeah. And then I got my Discord members watching too.
They're watching you right now. They should be very, very proud. Number 99 on the big board. Give him a shout out right now. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Who's watching? Give a shout out.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Ray. Hey, David. Hey, everybody.
Look at Deshaun's here. Deshaun's in the house. Let's do it. 23,264. Just made some highs. Already got one winner. 1 for 1. Well done. What trading sessions? Do you typically trade opens, closed? Do you trade Asian sessions?
Mainly New York session. I really don't like being in the trade off market open unless like I'm in like a decent amount of profit from pre-market.
Yep.
Or from London session if I hold it. But I usually just wait a little bit after market open.
Okay, well, boom. So you played that up very, very nicely. All right. Let's push this thing to the ups. 77% long in the E and the crude right now. 50-50 on the tilt. Gonna push higher. Can we get pushing higher here? So how's that Euro trade? Oh, we're doomed. Is Doom still in that Euro trade? I don't think he is. If he is, he's short. Looking good right now.
Indeed. I had to restart something. Did they take that 600 lot that was at 63.40 or did they pull it?
I did not see it get filled. Did not see it get filled. Bull flag? Hogue? Hogue, what do you see here? I'm looking at the 5-minute ES, 5-minute NASDAQ. This would be a bull flag setting up here for another push higher. It was filled, Hoop. Hogue, you're on mute. Hogue's on
I can hear him.
Hogue's on mute, but it looks like we might have a little bit of bull flags out of 1, 2, 3. That's 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bull flag. It's also kind of a 3-bar reversal, but as strong as it's been, lower volume on the pullback kind of says possible bull flag. And we did break out the top of it, so it is kind of representing now as a bull flag. Good eye, Andre.
Oh, I've learned from the best. When you see something like that setting up, what would be the play? Obviously, we can't, hindsight can't really look back on it and say, oh, yeah, bull flag, indeed. What would be the play?
So, in a really good bull flag, you're going to see like lower high, lower low.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see, lower high, lower low, lower high. So there's one of two things that you can do. If you remain in this channel for a period of time and you're seeing volume continue to fall off, you can do one of two things. You can try and buy the lower end of the channel and your risk is just the other side of that trend line, or you can try and buy the breakout of the upper line of the channel, which would be what we would be doing now.
Right.
Or you can do both. You get it bought well along the lower line of the channel. You can add to it when you get the breakout, and that you can manage your risk off of that trend line. So it's a really can be a sweet opportunity for you.
See, that's lower on that channel. Call it 23,228. Do a 500 on the bid here. 23,240 in the Nasdaq. 240 bid 500 times. We're about 15 points off of that right now. Welcome back, Doom. How's it going? You still in that Euro trade?
Yeah, I'm up $0.
0.
5 now.
Oh, 5, 5 now. That 500 lot was pulled. Cool. 23,249. 249.
Whenever in that continuation, we're doing along with the Nasdaq. You guys hear me all right now?
Yeah,
I can hear you. Thank you, Doom.
W Gabe, L Windows AI self-adjusting mic volume.
AI, man.
Is that what helped? AI fix that thing?
Yeah.
Impressive. 63.38 last trade ES. So 3 points off the highs there.
500 lot back, 63.38 quarter in the ES on the offer.
Yes, it is. I probably that's getting traded right now. Brandon Albright asks, how can you differentiate whether an order was pulled or filled? Hogue, I'll throw that to you. How can you differentiate if the order was pulled or filled? Where do you go to see that? First, you have to identify the order, and then what do you do from there? Oh, man, Hogue. That's 2. Back to back, Hogue. Hogue doesn't want to talk today.
Dang it. 63.38 quarter. There's 500 on the offer in the S&Ps right now. 5,600 have already traded there. They just pulled it. Okay, so you don't see it come into the volume on the right side of the dome.
Oh, is that where you look? You look for there? Okay, I look at time of sales. Okay, there you go. 2 different ways.
Yep.
He's looking to see the volume increases. I'm looking at time and sales, see if it traded out and how many did trade. But 2 different ways to do it. But if it's pulled, just disappears, and you will not see the volume change. Yep. You won't see it on the time and sales as well.
And they'll leave it there till like a couple get filled, and then they'll pull the rest. They're that fast.
They will. Looking for a hedge there. Gold.
Whoever
34th. Go ahead, Jack.
I noticed, Andre, whoever does factory orders, they made damn sure that number came in right on the screws.
Sure did. Everybody's going to come in line so bad for volatility. Everybody's going to come in line now. See if this bull flag does want to break out to the upside. Here. Deshaun, next price. What are we doing? You got long from 180. I don't know if we're going to get there just yet, but right now we're just chopping around the highs. Consolidating around the highs, I should say.
Yeah, I'm looking for a break from 256 with just a little bit of volume. If not, I think I'm done for the day.
256?
Yep. 23,256.
Okay. A break above or a break out or a break from it to the downside?
Yeah, a break above. A break above for a long position.
Okay. How would you enter this trade? Use a limit order to jump in? You go into market? Would you enter something like this? We're trading 23,248. Looking for a breakout above 256. So how would you get in on the move there if you're playing the momentum?
It would be a limit order. I would just set it and just let price come to it.
Okay. Get there. Get this pull back here. When they're doing that with this pulling orders, does that indicate they're trying to get to follow? Yeah, it's a good question. Spectral. It depends. When they pull it, Hogue, why do they pull these orders, Hogue? We only knew, I guess.
A lot of people will say they're spoofing, and they probably are, which isn't really legal, but it's extremely difficult to prove. You put the order in. A second later, you take the order out. I changed my mind. It's very difficult to prove. But sometimes they're just going to try and, flash some orders and, see what happens to the market. They may be trying to push the orders. They may be trying to push price away from it. They may be trying to bring price to it. It really just depends, we used to do it in the pit too. Somebody would yell out 100 at even when it's 90 offer. Well, number one, you'd get in trouble for that because that just kind of confuses the pit, but it lets people know that there's a size offer there. And you never know when your customer is going to say, "Hey, pull the even offer."
Right.